How's up, y'all? What's poppin'? This D. About to react to this video by Impressive. This is Doja Cat canceled on Twitter. Niggas get canceled every day. I'm over it. Lena Del Rey calls out Beyonce. Girl by Nicki Ariana. I don't even know who Lana Del Rey is, but I keep hearing that name here and there. And I'm just like, who is this? Don't know, but we're about to find out and see why Doja got canceled again. Let's watch. Wasn't they mad at something else she said a while ago?
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. There were two artists that got a lot of backlash on Twitter, one of them being Lena Del Rey and another one being Doja Cat. And I'm going to break down that whole story, but I first want to start off with Lena Del Rey. Lena Del Rey is an emo pop singer who went on this rant on Instagram, and she mentioned several female artists in her rant, which did cause her to receive a lot of backlash from their fan bases. This is what she said. Question for the culture. Now that Doja Cat, Ariana, Camila, Cardi B, Kehlani, and Nicki Minaj and Beyonce have had their #1 songs about being sexy, wearing no clothes, effing, cheating, etc., can I please go back to singing about being embodied, feeling beautiful by being in love, even if the relationship is not perfect, aka toxic, or dancing for money or whatever I want, without being
shut the fuck up,
glamorizing abuse. In this rant, Lena went on to complain about how there's no space in feminism for women who look and act like her, and she also complained about getting criticized for her lyrical content.
Why'd you have to bring them in it though?
Upset with Lena because they felt like she was shading Beyonce and Nicki and Ariana and some of the other
you can make your point without.
And she was trying to make this weird correlation between them getting #1 hits and her being criticized by music critics and feminists. And also, a lot of people noticed that most of the women she pointed out were women of color. Besides Ariana and Camila, she didn't mention any of her other white peers like Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Lady Gaga, etc. So this was an issue to a lot of fans. And I will say this, I do think Lena only called out these women because she was triggered when she saw that Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, and Megan Thee Stallion occupied the top 2 spots on Billboard. And also, she was triggered when she saw that Kehlani's latest album debuted at #2 on Billboard 200. Not to mention, she was upset when she saw Ariana Grande snag her 3rd #1 hit. So to me, it sounds like she's bitter that these women are charting, and she kind of threw shade at them.
I didn't know she was.
They only got #1s by talking about being sexy.
I thought she was an actress, honestly.
And cheating, etc. So she was trying to diminish their accomplishments while turning around and complaining about how she gets all of the criticism for her lyrical content. And honestly, I think that was unnecessary. She didn't have to mention these artists just to get her point across. And she didn't have to say that they only got #1 hits for singing about being sexy and wearing no clothes. I thought that was very shady because if you actually listen to their music, you would know that that's not all they talk about. But see, Lena tried to throw shade at them because she's mad that they're winning on the charts, and she's not. And let's be real, Lena is not the only one who has been criticized for her lyrics. All of the women she mentioned have
been criticized. What are you talking
Beyonce
about?
has gotten more criticism than Lena has ever gotten in her entire career. Don't y'all remember when Beyonce performed her song Formation at the Super Bowl?
Yes,
she was accused of inciting violence and resisting the police. And also she got backlash for some of the songs on her Lemonade album. She made songs about her cheating husband and she chose to stay with him, and some people thought that was a poor message to send to women. Beyonce has also been criticized for being open with her sexuality, and Nicki Minaj got backlash for the same thing, especially when she dropped her song Anaconda. Anaconda was a controversial record.
Yeah, Nicki get criticized all the time, so what is she talking about?
Also, Doja Cat and Cardi B have been criticized for their explicit lyrics. Kehlani and Ariana have been criticized for speaking about their relationships and their music. We've seen Kehlani get backlash over Party Next Door, and we've seen the backlash that Ariana got over Pete Davidson.
So shut the fuck up, Lana Del Rey. You're not even making sense.
In the music industry who has been criticized for her lyrics, and I think her complaints don't sit well with some people because Lena has literally gotten more support and benefits in the music industry than some of the women she mentioned. So she's overlooking her own privilege and and being salty about other women getting shine on the charts. She honestly
what is the
just
song
sounds
she
gross
has?
to me.
Maybe
now, Doja Cat did actually comment under Lena Del Rey's post, and she said, "Gang, suck that dunker."
What does that mean?
Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but I guess she was telling her fans to drag Lena. I don't know. I don't know what that means. If anybody knows, please tell me
Yeah,
down
I don't
below.
know what that
but
means either.
Doja Cat made this comment, but little did she know she would be the next target on Twitter. She was exposed for frequenting this chat room called Tiny Chat, and some people say that Doja Cat goes into certain chat rooms and interacts with alt-right groups. And I don't know how true that is, but that's what some people are saying. So there's a video circulating on the internet of Doja Cat interacting with these guys, and she was being crude and saying things for shock value. If you know Doja Cat, she has a very weird sense of humor, so she trolls people and she says things to get a reaction out of them. But if you actually watch her interaction with some of these guys on Tiny Chat, it's kind of weird and cringy because she's being very thirsty and kind of putting herself out there in a way that's very degrading.
Would you feed a tube into my ass with a funnel at the end and pour all types of flavor down there?
True.
Who said they were alt-right niggas?
Yes, pull your shirt up, you lady.
It's pulled up enough for relax. I'm pulling it down for fun.
Yes, my lady.
Fashion.
Speaking of desensitized gag reflexes, my loose lady of the night, Doja.
Her shirt reminds me of a baby
That's
duck.
suck my dick.
Oh my god.
That's suck my dick.
Her shirt is like a
Oh my god. I'm sorry, my lady Dallas. What does that remind you of?
So y'all saw that. That was really weird to watch. And I knew Doja was
so
weird,
confused.
but I didn't know she was
I
that
knew she
weird.
was
That was
weird.
very strange to watch. And Doja Cat needs to be really careful now
What
that
was
she's
this?
famous, because she can't be just going into chat rooms
Oh, this is
and saying
recent?
whatever for shock value, because it doesn't look good for her brand, and it actually speaks on how low her self-esteem is. She's doing all this extra stuff and stripping off her clothes and saying the N-word in front of a group of white people, and some of them are laughing at her, and it's just shameful. And sadly, this wasn't the worst of what people dug up on her. Doja Cat actually did a song back in the day on SoundCloud called Didn't Do Nothing. Didn't do nothing is a slang that alt-right groups use to mock black people. And it was used to degrade the victims who died from police brutality.
What?
So the fact that Doja was using this term as a title of one of her songs is very alarming. And it kind of exposes some of Doja's self-hating tendencies. Now, if you don't know, Doja is half black, half white.
I suppose.
However, she seems to identify more with her white side, and that's not abnormal because she did grow up in a white environment and she was raised by her white mother. Her father pretty much abandoned her when she was a child, so even though she's biracial, she identifies with her white side. And nothing is wrong with that. However, something is very wrong with the fact that she feels comfortable enough to say the N-word around white people and also use derogatory terms like didn't do nothing. And people actually went in on Doja on Twitter, and I'm gonna post some of the tweets that I saw.
Bitch, I'm a racist. Told you we should check social media.
Nigga is all over this place.
Guys, it's an actual aesthetic preview of Doja Cat song Niggas Ain't Shit. Me rap about niggas fire.
This is the new era of racism. I need that racism. I like it. I like it. If that's racist, let me get more of that. Facts.
Listen, stop. I'm gonna f you. Listen, stop. I'm gonna f you.
I identify with the Ku Klux Klan because the way they believe is just so smart. White is right. White power.
Negro, please. Did somebody tell you this was an all-white party? Huh? Someone get this jigaboo away from me.
Just know that I'm white. I mean, she might not know that I'm white, but I know that I'm white. I can feel it through my veins. I feel it through my blood.
That girl was trolling.
Methinks not. Methinks not.
Me thinks not.
Oh, shut the job, get on down and
they're on her head. You
ain't got the niggas, huh?
Someone named CEO of Racism just added me as a friend. What is wrong with them? What is wrong with you people?
Something about myself told me not to stand up. You shouldn't stand anybody. This is why. I literally talk about this stuff all the time. Like, you don't know these people.
So those are some of the tweets that people posted about Doja and her behavior, and it's all disturbing and disappointing to me as a fan because I really like Doja's music and I do think she's a good artist, but I can't support her after this. I'm sorry. I'd rather give my support to other unproblematic black women instead, and that doesn't mean I'm throwing away Doja Cat like she's trash, but I think her behavior is very problematic and she really needs some therapy because she clearly has some deep issues within her. And that's one of the reasons why she's acting out the way she is. But does this whole situation mean that Doja Cat will be officially canceled? No, I don't think so. I think Doja Cat has a fan base that will support her regardless.
Right.
And also, she's not the only person who has said and done problematic things. So she definitely will get a pass. However, I don't think she will have the same support from black people after this. And I think she needs to at least release a statement and address everything that came out because she has a lot of cleaning up to do. But anyway, tell me what you all think about this video.
I'm not surprised at all. Doja Cat is such a troll. Like, I've seen clips of her in like her IG live saying wild shit just to push the envelope. Look at her first song that she came out with. That Bitch I'm a Cow song was such a troll song. So does this surprise me that she's doing some wild shit like this? No, like, I just feel like she's a troll. Obviously that doesn't make it right. You know, people are gonna be offended by things she says and does, but it's like, okay, like, girl, keep trolling. Like, I don't understand why people are so like offended and mad by this. Like, if you don't want to support her, then yeah, don't support her. Be like, all right, I'm not buying your music, I'm not going to your concerts. That's your prerogative to do so. But I mean, yeah, like I said, this is just not surprising to me. And what the chick said about her being abandoned by her black father and being raised in a white household and raised by her white mom, that makes total sense that she would be on some self-hating shit and be acting out like this. Like, it makes sense. And, you know, about her, oh, needing to get help and needs to get therapy. Why is that anybody's concern? Sure, a lot of niggas need therapy. Okay, like, you know, if you don't want to support her, like, all right, let it go, keep it moving. But sure, she's canceled right now, but let her come out with a new song in a few weeks that people like, then it's gonna be like none of this ever happened. So I don't take none of this shit serious. Sure, y'all let me know what y'all thought about it though. Let me know what other videos you want to react to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.